great northlands of Europe are spectacular. From the midnight sun to the crisp Nordic air, the impression is exhilarating. Azure blues and brilliant whites, youthful yet embraced by centuries of tradition. 1,000 years of history have seen the rise of some of Europe's greatest capitals. And today, the magnificent cities of Scandinavia and the Baltic are among the most modern in design and lifestyle. Each of these distinctive cities contains the carefully preserved grandeur and beauty of the past, while offering the unique culture of a proud and gracious people whose heritage has forever been surrounded by the sea. This season, Royal Cruise Line offers the very best of the spectacular scenery and grand capitals of Europe's magnificent Northlands. Journey with us as we sail to the lands of the Norsemen, to cruise the glistening seas of Scandinavia, Russia, and the fjords.
Sailing from London's Tilbury Harbour, the Royal Odyssey sets her course for the lands of the Norsemen and Imperial Russia, calling first at the fairy tale city of Copenhagen, Denmark, then across the breadth of the Baltic Sea to historic Leningrad. Turning west, we call it the White City of the North, Helsinki, Finland, and then sail overnight to Sweden's wonderful capital of Stockholm. Then along the coast of Sweden to her second largest port, Gothenburg. Around the tip of Norway, passing through 4 magnificent fjords to remote and scenic Bergen. And then across the North Sea to picturesque Amsterdam, before completing our journey back at London's Tilbury Harbour.
From wherever you live, Royal Cruise Line will fly you on a scheduled airline directly to London and your waiting Odyssey. From the moment you step on board this magnificent ship, you'll be treated royally. The luggage you checked at the airport on departure will be delivered directly to your stateroom, and throughout your cruise, wherever you go on this superb new ship, your every desire will be greeted with considerate attention and warm, friendly service. The Royal Odyssey's interior decor is both rich in texture and in color. Whether you're shopping in the strikingly lavish Agora shopping arcade, enjoying dinner in the comfort and beauty of the Ambrosia dining room, or relaxing with friends in the elegant and spacious Monte Carlo court, you'll find the same pleasing ambiance, the same quality of appointment, the same passenger enjoyment. The comfortably furnished staterooms offer spacious accommodations that are richly carpeted and decorated in warm Mediterranean colors. Convenient amenities include large mirrored vanities, plenty of closet space, private telephones, and a variety of music channels for relaxing listening. Combine these first-rate accommodations with the friendly warmth and attentive care of our superb Greek staff and crew. Add a variety of exciting ports of call, and you have the formula for a perfect summer cruise to some of Europe's most compelling countries.
Founded more than 800 years ago, Copenhagen is the capital city of the oldest kingdom in the world. This delightfully Danish city, with its fairy tale-like spires and towers, is a storybook setting of palaces and castles, wandering streets and meandering canals, monuments and fountains, parks and flowers. It is a city to be savored. Copenhagen is the birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen, and understandably the inspiration for many of his tales. Located in the heart of the city is the world-famous Tivoli Gardens. This fantastic amusement park and cultural center offers a kaleidoscope of beauty and entertainment. Circuses, theater, band concerts, restaurants and cafes. A wealth of enjoyments that have captivated Danes and visitors alike for more than 140 years. A short distance away, in Elsinore, is the famous Kronborg Castle, the setting for William Shakespeare's Hamlet. In this marvelous old castle, one can still sense the past and imagine the torments of an illusory Prince of Denmark.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Back in the reality of delightful Copenhagen, there is the Stroget, one of the greatest shopping experiences of the cruise. Consisting of 5 connecting streets, this pedestrian shopping center features George Jensen designs, Danish and Greenland furs and silver, Royal Copenhagen Bing and Grøndal porcelain, crystalware, knitwear, linen, and antiques. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. A royal tour, a captivating city, and a shopping dream come true. Leningrad, Russia. The very name elicits grand visions of history, art, and architecture. Tsar Peter the Great's admiration for Western European art created this majestic city, and much of the glory and elegance that was St. Petersburg survives today. St. Isaac's Cathedral. The Winter Palace, now called the Hermitage, with its incomparable collection of art. Rembrandt, Renoir, Van Gogh, Da Vinci, Matisse, and the gold fountains of the Summer Palace at Petrodvorets Park. There, too, is the Pushkin Monument. Of St. Petersburg, Pushkin wrote, "How fair thou art, O city of Peter, standing unshakable, like Russia herself." Clear, fresh, intoxicating air, an intensity of color in nature, and the clean lines of contemporary architecture all mark the grand city of Helsinki, Finland. Often called the White City of the North because of its gleaming white buildings, Helsinki is famous the world over as a source of unique architecture and design. The great Lutheran Cathedral of Helsinki's Senate Square looms over the city and is visible from every point in your travels. Explore the waterfront marketplace, where the array of delightful foods is exceeded only by the wholesome Nordic faces. Even the seagulls delight in the selection of fine Finnish tidbits to be found here. A tour of the city passes Old Senate Square, dating back to 1550, as well as the Parliament Building and the ancient island fortification of Sommenlinna. Because of its history of unique design, Finland has become a place of pilgrimage for the architects of the world, and Helsinki is rich in examples of that excellence. Admire the distinctive monument to the famed Finnish composer Jan Sibelius, or visit the remarkable Tavilahti Church. This amazing structure has been carved from within a single gigantic granite rock, and yet its formidable exterior and expansive interior are totally contemporary in design and decor. The ceiling is an immense copper dome that stretches across the vast inner spaces of this unique place of worship, a living example of incomparable Finnish design. You'll find more of that fine design on Helsinki's wide shopping streets, bright hues of hand-blown glass, the whimsy of hand-painted porcelains, the clear design of raya rugs, and hand-textured jewelry, every item unique to the Northlands.
At sea, there is more to do than can be done in a single voyage. There's swimming, sunbathing, skeet shooting, ping pong, shuffleboard, bridge, backgammon, gymnasium, sauna, and much, much more. And in the evening, the ship's lounges, showrooms, and theaters are alive with sparkling entertainment. Professional performers, mini Broadway musicals, variety acts, cabaret, folkloric shows, first-run films. And for the night people, there's dancing and fun until the early hours of the morning. But whether on board or on shore, the choice of activity is always yours. All or nothing at all. It's up to you. And at the end of a very full day, when you finally return to the comfort of your stateroom, the memory of your evening shared together with new old friends, and your day ashore in a fascinating new port will fill your dreams with wonders as the whisper of the sea sings an enchanting lullaby.
Welcome to the Venice of the North. Floating on 14 islands, separated by delightful waterways and bays, Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. This handsome and sophisticated city, with its distinctive weathered copper roofs and diverse architecture, typifies the excellence revered by the Swedes. Its streets contain both the carefully preserved vestiges of its past and the most modern of today's structures and designs. Take a short walk across the centuries through the narrow cobblestone streets of the old medieval city, or Gamlestan, to the open and airy new city with its lofty modern buildings separated by wide shopping and walking streets. This is the hub of all Scandinavia, the perfect place for browsing and shopping at an unhurried pace. Here, you'll find a delightful variety of select shops, as well as the impressive Touch of Sweden shopping emporiums. Together, they contain a seemingly endless selection of Swedish crystal and glassware, vivid textiles, and superb tableware. Unusual attractions in Stockholm include the first theme park in the world, the Skansen, which served as the inspiration for Williamsburg in America. Here you can stroll through a chronicle of Swedish life dating from the days of the Vikings. Sweden in a nutshell. The splendors of Stockholm are visible at every turn. The Opera House, the Royal Palace, the Grand Peerage or House of Nobility, and the Town Hall, where the prestigious Nobel Prize is ceremoniously awarded each year. A further example of Sweden's dedication to excellence. A wide and busy estuary, lined with the many activities of world commerce, welcomes us to Gothenburg, Sweden's port to the west. Established by Dutch and Scottish merchants over 400 years ago, Gothenburg is the second largest city in Sweden and a key seaport. Appropriately, a statue of Poseidon, the sea god, stands facing over the central avenue of the city. Here you'll enjoy more fine Swedish shops and galleries and delight in sightseeing from the pedans or canal boats of this water-laced city.
Aboard the Royal Odyssey, dining is not just dining. It's a form of art, practiced by European master chefs, serving a taste-tempting blend of continental cuisine and hearty American fare. Each day features new specialties to satisfy your seagoing appetite. And every night, dining is a special event, combining a new restaurant motif with a colorful costume change by your handsome, attentive table steward. And while you're sipping that late evening cocktail or savoring a midnight delicacy, and then having a leisurely breakfast in bed, the captain and crew have sailed overnight directly to your next exciting port of call.
Some of the most spectacular sightseeing of our entire journey is before us as we cruise through the breathtaking scenery of Norway's majestic fjords, including the magnificent Hardanger Fjord. Bergen, Norway, more than 900 years old. Every morning she emerges from the mists of time. Bergen is the gateway to Norway's majestic fjords. Here one can get filled with scenery, history, music, and the sense of being on the edge of wilderness. The history of this charming Norwegian city is rich in the lore of early world trade. Lining the north shore of the harbor is the old wharf, or Bryggen, with its steep-gabled Hanseatic warehouses. The waterfront open market, a gathering place for over 8 centuries, is full of colorful fruits and vegetables and fresh-cut flowers. Stroll through the cobblestone streets of the Old Town, or Gamle Bergen. Pause at the wooden Fantoft Church, preserved from the 11th century, and then journey through the beautiful countryside to Trollhättan, the home of the great Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg. You'll find the inspiration for his music all about you. Amsterdam, Holland, is one of the great cultural centers of Europe. For centuries, the industrious Dutch, while successfully trading throughout the world, were equally successful in fostering the arts in their own land. Today, the museums of Amsterdam hold incredible treasures from the past, as well as the present. The determination of the Dutch people is evident in the very soil they live on. Much of Holland is below sea level and has been ingeniously reclaimed from the North Sea by a system of dikes and canals. Holland's main spectacle, outside of museums, are the incredible brilliance of flowers that blossom from her fertile soil. You'll enjoy touring by sleek canal boat or motor coach through this lively canal-connected city. A country tour takes you to a wonderful old wooden shoe factory to observe the making of this handcrafted footwear, and a visit to a Dutch cheese farm provides tempting samples of fine Gouda cheese. The highlight of your visit to Amsterdam will be touring the great Rijksmuseum to view the finest works of the old Dutch masters, including Rembrandt's legendary Night Watch, a fitting memory of the superb culture of the proud people of Amsterdam. Coming or going en route to your European royal cruise, stay over in London for a very special treat. 2 nights at a deluxe hotel in the heart of London, a night at the theatre, and your choice of sightseeing tours of marvelous London.
A 2-week Royal Cruise Air Sea vacation is unquestionably the most incredible travel value today. It's an impossible dream come true. Cruising and touring the world, all at the same time. Pack and unpack only once. The hotel travels with you. And sightseeing is as effortless as just leaning on the rail. The richness of your experiences flood your memory. Your mind is indelibly etched with the sights you've seen and the joys you've known. The fulfillment of your wondrous Odyssey.